There we are. Except we don't need that down in the bottom right. So let's turn on the editor real quick. And yeah, we don't need those. Okay, okay. There we are. There that is. That's running. Great. Okay. So here we are. By the way, this is new Limbo. Enjoy it. Or whatever, I guess.
And it's still, I can see the doors, but it's still black on my screen.
Yeah, same here.
Really? Um, that shouldn't be. All right, well, we're going to have to play with that, I guess. Can you guys see now?
I cannot.
Nope.
Okay, that's really weird. Bright Vision 120. So yeah, I have all of you guys on here. Aaron is in here as Grog. All right, I'm going to just maybe reload your app.
All right. Yeah, that was it.
There we go. Yeah.
Yep, it was a user error. I'm sorry.
But yeah, if you guys need to change it, you can hit the question mark in the upper right hand corner. You should be able to hit configure settings. And if you need to turn off soft shadows, if it gets kind of chuggy for you, you can turn that on and off right there. But yeah, beyond that, should be workable for you. All right, so here we are in Limbo. Let's see. Where is where are other players? Aaron, I'm sorry about that.
About what?
Getting snappy. I just got
Shit happens.
snappy. Yeah, I shouldn't have though. Sorry. Oh, go ahead and start.
Mm.
Okay.
What's up?
Being told to go ahead and start.
Well, you know, Mrs. Battle doesn't want to inconvenience anyone.
Yeah, I can see that. Anybody do anything fun? Anything wrong with your character sheets?
Abilities and spells on setup, but I did that while he was working, so I'm good.
Okay.
Probably should have mentioned up though, so everyone else look at theirs. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at mine.
Yeah, take a look now.
Yeah, I imported it from
Yeah, it was with the D&D importer, but
yeah.
it's still in beta, so make sure everything's correct.
Yeah, it is not perfect.
I am missing that trait sword I never got rid of.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I kept the great sword. I just haven't used it yet because two-handed.
Did you mark it on Beyond?
What do you mean?
You're right. It's there, but it's not here. Yeah, it's interesting. Items. Boom. Great sword.
Hooray! Manage my equipment.
Yeah. Although on Beyond, you do have 3 battle axes. Here,
Yeah,
you
I
have
was
2.
wondering about that. I'm not 100% sure I had 3.
I think you only had 2, but I don't remember that. I mean, you could mark one off if you really wanted to,
Well, just
because I'm pretty sure you only had 2.
think
Or
so.
or throw it and forget about it.
That's true. I can just use it as a thrown weapon and then never pick it up again.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's what Mrs. Battle said I should have done with all those scimitars we picked up. Just use those as thrown weapons.
and
You're
never
throwing
pick them up.
scimitars?
Yeah, I mean, there were so many goblins there. Just pick them all up and then chuck them at people and just walk away.
Wait, what the hell
I
are you
can go
talking about?
tornado of blades.
You remember?
So
when we
are you
fought all
talking
those
a-
goblins
Are you talking
in
about
there?
the? Yeah, but are we throwing scimitars or goblins? I'm confused.
Scimitars?
Okay.
Well, maybe both.
I mean,
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I trying that. It's like, hey,
Goblin bowling.
hey, Mantis, batter up. Boom.
Yeah.
Where
Get
one
ready for the
goblin,
junk ball.
where one goblin was, there's now 2.
it's going to the outfield. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Send that whore home in a taxi. That's out of here.
say that as you. Macho. I'm also looking through your inventory right now.
Yeah, I'm missing my shield for some reason.
Yeah, let's fix that. But I was going to say I'm actually kind of sad because I was expecting I was expecting a little more, but you have no Slim Jims, like none.
I know, right? that was an oversight on my part. Yeah, stepped into too many of those bad boys.
I kind of ran out when I fought. I kind of ran out. When I ran out. Crap, I'm stuttering. I kind of ran out when I found you guys. And my sponsorship can only take me so far.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I hope that yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Y'all can hate me, but I'm okay with it.
I want to mention something, but I kind of don't because it's really cool.
What?
I think you gave me either You give me too much money, or the game doesn't have Electrum in its fields.
You know, I don't think it does. I think it's counting it as SP, so it would actually be 5 silver, not 55 Electrum.
Well, I'm pretty sure I might have put in that Electrum by accident too. That's a complete possibility. But
The question is, though, was what would that be originally? Silver?
well, also I have 2,355 silver, but on D&D Beyond I only have 2,008.
Cheat.
Like I said, I'd be happy to keep it, but I thought I'd point it out. Just be a nice person and whatever.
Cheater.
I am not. I'm pointing things out.
Cheater.
Also, welcome.
Shut up, Beastman.
Yes.
Beast man.
Joe,
Get it? As in the beast?
I haven't gotten my request.
What is your request?
Ah!
Okay, fuck off.
Joe, I need it.
No,
you don't.
No, you don't.
Joe, I need it.
No, you don't.
Dude, it would go perfect with my Mr. Battle ringtone.
If you need it, then score a critical hit for your finishing blow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, earn it.
Joke. Your PC.
gotta
I
earn
bought it
that.
for you. Bam, I earned.
Nope, doesn't count. That's goodwill already used up. Try again.
Yeah, that's
I want it. I want it.
You gotta earn it.
There you go.
Would
Joe. No.
What?
I
Oh, Grog, I got something for you. Because you never answered me back, but now when you do your storm thing.
But I did.
Can punch things.
That kind of sounds more like a static shock than a lightning bolt.
Fizzle.
Oh, there you go.
That actually sounds really cool.
You have to turn the sound up.
Yeah.
It sounds like the witch lightning move.
Oh,
Lightning. Going up.
won't let me adjust the sliders.
I mean, I have been busy.
Testing.
I hear you, honey.
Hear you?
Because you're in the same room.
Shut up.
Wait, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you
Okay,
just
don't troll me,
fine.
I don't. I can't take sarcasm. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No
not.
one can. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not a sarcastic night, guys.
I guess.
Uh,
I can't stop.
so I was seriously thinking of like putting one of those living carpet things in one of these rooms, but then I was just like, Critical Role did it, and then I was like, Casey will spot that a mile away.
No, I wouldn't.
Steps on rug.
Like I would, but Mogami wouldn't. Like my character might be smart, but their perception isn't really that high.
Your perception
impressive.
sucks because you can't read a book.
What?
Oh, I can read a book.
Hey, can you pause the sounds? They're on a constant loop.
I'm sorry, what?
I
Yeah.
can't hear you over the constant looping.
Macho Mantis Randy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's see. All right. So I wanted to my goal for this session was to actually have a lot of the assets more developed out. I ran out of time developing some of that, but I did get all the maps complete, and I did complete 3 separate maps, which is actually quite a feat for me. We'll probably be able to get to 2 of the 3 content through tonight. I'm excited to see what we can do. Our game session is on. I still want to kind of just only run it until about 11 p.m. and then we'll call it at that point. Do you guys have any questions before we get going?
I think we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Make sure to look over
Just double check your character sheet.
Yeah, make sure to double check your character sheet. Oh, you guys all lined up. That's adorable. Roll call.
Now it's easy to kill us all with one arrow.
Yeah,
Right
but
through everyone.
except for a firebolt ball that just flies in a line.
Oh man.
Call lightning straight forward.
Boom, 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 boom. Y'all done. All right.
Game over. Go to bed.
Everyone's dead. Let's sleep. All right.
Oh my god.
So
Our new heroes wake up in a new abandoned place.
So, like I did say earlier in announcements, I did run everybody's character through D&D Beyond the Importer there, and it is mostly accurate. So you will want to double check your stuff. That said, just take it at warning, and we will go from there.
Yeah, so
What do
so
we
go ahead and
double
double check your equipment, your spell books, or your spells, if you have any, and your skills to make sure that they're
Mhm.
like, yeah.
So let's go ahead. What is our previously? What happened last time? What are the key things that you guys remember?
Ignoring everything in the afterwards channel. Um,
Oh, no,
we got
That's
That-
all included, baby.
that's canon.
It's all canon.
No, it's
Yes.
Hey,
No.
wait.
Oh, I did.
Wait, it's
notice-
not. Or
it's canon in the same way that the Star Wars extended universe is canon.
How do you add
I-
feats?
do you have?
I
a
don't
feat?
understand.
I have-
also noticed. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, like, my feats page is blank, but it doesn't let me add any.
That's because it's not a feature yet.
I also noticed that your proficiencies are my proficiencies are missing.
Yeah, mine are too.
Yeah.
So I am checking all of the ones that I had proficient.
Let me go ahead and add those up ahead.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
that's why I said look at your skills. Because mine was all
So-
off, and pretty much that's like a lot of clicking for me since I'm a bard, so I have high proficiency in like everything.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, I'm done. I got
Mr.
like
Battle, be
5,
right back.
6. I got 6. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But yeah,
6.
like none of us should actually have a feat until level
Oh, yeah.
4, unless you're human.
I'm sorry. What about me?
I'm
Well-
saying like no one should have a feat really unless one of us is unless they're a human. Because
Feat-
humans has the option to get a feat.
Feat features, the way that that's handled inside of this this online system is a lot more. It's a lot more just like a feature or power that you can be able to use. So like Grog, he has his rage and his
Oh,
storm
okay,
storm aura, that
okay.
that type of stuff, like that you can trigger and send a chat. That's usually what we're meaning there.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it meant by active feats because like it's always been empty for me, so that's why. But
Yeah.
I
No,
knew
it's
that it wasn't ready.
yeah, it's just because that feature of the software just doesn't exist yet. Feats is like if you remember in GM Forge, Feats is where we were shoving all of that other stuff. Anyways, so let's recall what had happened in last session. Do you guys remember? It's been a
We
while.
healed some goblins. Met a human lady.
Mhm. And then ended up at the tall fairy.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I freed Snower. He didn't kill me, but he didn't hit anything.
Failed a drinking game.
Yeah. All of us.
Everyone got drunk.
And I tried to encourage Marxus to succeed his drinking thing, and it's like, wait, crap, I meant
All right. Yeah, that's all things that had happened, as well as if you remember,
Oh
Pyden.
yeah, we
Pi-
found out that Mr. Battle was a wanted fugitive.
Yes, you
That's
did.
important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
what about Python?
Pyden had paid you guys the remainder of the gold and had called it a day. You also, yeah, you saw, you did see that that there was another poster. DeWitt had one of those posters, as well as there was a poster in the Tall Ferry, where this
Shove up
information was
figures.
posted at. And this information was posted at. Norn had taken that and pulled it down, and if I remember, he had given it to Nor. Marxist saying something to the effect of, "You've done good by me. You stand good with me." I don't remember quite exactly, but something to that effect.
That was probably me.
Hey Joe, real fast, just because I'm back. Is there a reason, like when I check some of my skills, like D&D Beyond shows a +7 for stealth, but then Foundry only gives a +5?
Is it marked property that you had the skill?
Yeah. Like my dexterity and intelligence are checked on my abilities, and then I go and check. But on D&D Beyond, it gives a +7, but Foundry gives a +5.
Let's take a quick look.
It's because you need to mark yourself as expertise on it.
So click it 2 more times.
Well,
to
just
get the
you should
double
have
mark.
double check mark.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were marking yourself because you didn't type it right.
Gosh.
So does that make persuasion and perception, like if they're checked with proficiency, that?
Yeah,
Or no, wait. Never mind. I got
so
it.
yeah, and if you do a hover over, it will tell you what it is.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, there's an on hover for that. All right. So
Biden also told us about a nice bakery in Singapore.
there was also
thing. It was a fruit or something.
Snorer pissed off Grog. Mogami was pissed at both of them.
Oh, and there was also a flyer for catching chickens, escaped chickens.
yes,
Yeah, and
there
there's
was
a flyer for someone else, another bad guy.
Another wanted
remember.
guy.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
Skullcracker or whatever his name is.
Yep. All right.
Cracker of skulls.
Relevant information.
I think his middle name was Ritz.
His last name was Cracker.
Ritz Cracker.
Ritz Cracker.
All right. So yeah.
His first name was Putting On. The
Putting on the Ritz Cracker. That is excellent.
canon.
Yeah. So as you guys had settled down, and thank you again for using the afterwards channel in Discord to be able to continue some of this story. The night passes, and you guys wake up in the morning in the Tall Ferry again. And let's preload this and see what that does, and then activate. So position yourselves wherever you would be. It's a quiet morning here.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I refreshed the page, but it still shows me as black.
That's interesting. I thought you were
Yeah, it's all
green.
black.
I'm seeing the same thing.
I'm also blind. I also refreshed.
Okay, I kind of wish there was a way to give global vision.
Hey, there it is. I can see now.
Yeah, that's because I'm editing your tokens.
Oh.
One at a time.
Okay, I can see now.
Yeah, I know.
The voice spoke. You will see what I want you to see.
There.
Okay, so apparently if I add walls, well, that's going to be a problem over here then. Apparently if I add walls, then it's going to I'm going to have to do that. So yeah, we'll just play with that as we go through each of these things. All right, so position yourselves where you would end up being. Snorer early in the morning had kind of just gotten up and walked out and started to do his own thing, just wandering about. Norn, I'm going to make the assumption that he would have just gone and gotten some breakfast. But we'll just kind of be autopiloting him. By the way, he and his wife are doing very exciting things right now. So that's babies. That's I don't know if it's a scare, if it's real yet. So we'll see. But that's exciting.
No matter what.
Baby. Little dwarf baby.
Mm-hmm. With tiny beards.
Oh,
I was
yes.
unaware Chris was an actual.
He'll come out with a warhammer.
And a waffle.
And a waffle.
Only if it's evil.
Ah, give me mead.
Are you still drinking?
Oh,
Doing some day drinking.
I'm
right.
outside.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, is there any business that you would be doing in this morning? Just finding breakfast and going about what you're doing, or anything?
No.
So
I ordered breakfast, and while I'm eating, I'm just reading over one of my research notes, some of my research notes on the book.
All right. Sorry. Hold on, real quick. I'll be right back.
I want to know why there's a dragon on the wall.
Well, actually, now would be a good time to ask you about that. Maybe even try to figure out what the bartender's name is.
Oh yeah, I don't think we ever asked.
Yeah.
We got too drunk.
His name is Bartender. What else do we need?
Does that mean your name is Elf
Yes.
or
How
Rogue?
how you doing, Orc?
You're the Rogue Elf. Got it. Their emo pants.
Look, man, I got a splitting headache. I don't need this.
Get your own fault for drinking so much.
Sorry about that. So yeah, he actually does have a name. If you guys were paying attention, his name is Miles Skykeep. Who was talking to him?
I want to know why there's a dragon on the wall.
I'll be talking to him. I'm at the bar.
Okay.
What was your name again, good man?
Miles Skykeep.
Ah, excellent, Miles. What could you tell me about this place and maybe the surrounding area?
So, Tall Fairy has been in my family for at least 2 generations. We've kept it up and have kept it as a good house in this area. It is probably one of the best fine establishments one of the finer establishments that you'll find before you actually hit up into Singorn. I dare say that we're the only reason why there's dwarven ale in this region, but you know, what can you do? Provide the best, give the best.
What I want to do is take out my Brawlers League token and just like be flipping it like across my knuckles and just kind of look at him significantly just to see if he recognizes or says anything.
What's that you got there?
Oh, just a trinket. You wouldn't have happened to see anything like this pass through in recent days, would you?
You know, he stands sitting there, kind of to the side, and he leans, whatever, you know. He leans to the side a bit, puts his thumb to his chin and thinks, you know, now that I think about it, pointing forward, he says, I think I have. I've seen a few of those pass through here. I know they're not of any local mint, but all of them have been heading that way. And he gestures off westwards. Last one I saw was this burlier fellow. Had a patch, kind of short, grayish beard. But didn't catch his name. Just paid for food. When asked for room, he just said, grunted, left. Was like, whatever, you paid your toll. I'll see you soon.
Very good. I appreciate this kind of information, my man.
Why is there a dragon on the wall?
So, there's a story with that.
Okay.
My grandfather. my grandfather was a prankster, and that's actually well, take a look at it. Roll me a perception check or investigation if you're actually going to take a closer look at it.
I do a perception. Wait, did you want perception or did you want?
Perception, or if you're going to actually go take a look at it more deeply, take an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll do this. Good.
Okay, you look over and you see what looks like a green dragon. And you see Miles staring there at you, and he's just kind of waiting. It's just like, do you see it? Do you see what I'm talking about?
No, let me go take a closer look at it.
Oh, there you go.
So, as you go over and you take a look at it, closer you get, the more oh, you poor person. You're trying to walk through a counter. That doesn't work.
You know,
He just stepped
things
over
happen.
the counter.
Excuse me. So,
I'm about to investigate.
so as you step closer and closer, you notice that this dragon is not a dragon at all. It's a taxidermied cow head with alligator skin that has been pulled off and sewn into it. Looking at it, it's been done in a masterful job to make it look as though it was a dragon, but you can clearly tell this is no lizard. There is nothing. There's no story here.
Well, then that's an interesting lizard cow.
So, Grandpappy, he bought that off a traveling merchant, thinking it was a real thing, and that it would attract customers from far and wide, and that there would be great stories to tell about it. Scared my mama to death. And the moment that she stopped and did what you did, she saw it as a cow. She had him sleeping in the stable for a month. He paid well over 1,000 gold for that. Not worth it.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah. Anything else I can get you, fine gentlemen? So with that,
That'll be it.
all right. With that, he shifts back to doing his stuff, and you guys do yours. Norn has served some breakfast after he's ordered it, and then Mogami, what are you doing?
After I'm done taking a second look at my book, at my research notes on our book, I put it away, finish my breakfast, start working with Norn to talk to him, and I'm gonna do this for fun. 1 second.
Okay.
Walk underneath the lady's legs as you pass through. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Just perceptive as
Is that a
always.
you totally
Man doesn't say yes. It is.
totally
That's what I was hoping for.
totally a dragon.
Marks is just scoffs.
All right.
Alright. I put down I sit down at the table with Norn. I was just sure, why not?
Personal space, man.
and just pretty much just discuss with him with the book a little bit about
Okay.
like what of our findings.
Okay, we'll go ahead and just assume that you're doing that. Marxus, what are you doing at this point?
I am drinking some water, recovering from a splitting headache because that bottle was bigger than I anticipated. The initial emo depression is over, and now I am in full drive, kind of pre-planning mode.
As you're drinking up some water, Miles walks over and slaps down a glass with an egg and some other things inside of it. Says, "Drink this," and just walks away.
You don't look so good, Marxist.
What is?
He calls back over his shoulder. "It'll help with your head."
I hesitantly reach down, kind of look at it, sniff it, and then just say, shit, and just down it.
For as foul as it smells, it goes down pretty smooth. Like scarily smooth. Do it. What are you doing?
I am coming back from a hunt. I needed to release some stress, and I went and killed myself a rabbit.
Oh, such a beast.
Shut up.
At least you didn't die while doing it.
Grog steps on them.
Those are giant rats.
Yeah, no, Mantis would step on it and be like, oh no, another stain on my.
Which waitress walks out and offers, would you like that cooked? We can,
That's actually
okay, it'll be 2 gold to do it.
a good thing. I hand her the gold.
Okay, she takes the rabbit and actually heads out to do the dirty work. And yep, and then shortly later comes back with the rabbit, cooks it, and about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, the rabbit's fairly seared and cooked well enough. So, morning's...
I thank her and eat it.
All right. So the morning wanes on, and you guys know that you need to get over westwards soon.
Hey,
Mantis?
Why did we have to be over there again?
Mantis, as you were thumbing around with the coin, you noticed that it was slightly vibrating, and it seemed to be pulling a little bit, a lot more than it was earlier.
All right. According to my marker, we should get there as soon as we can. A day, maybe 2 at best.
Okay. Let's go.
So what is this we're going to?
We're going to be going to the Brawlers League.
What's that?
It's the place where champions are made.
I'm gonna punch people.
You get to punch people?
Technically true.
Punch lots of people. You can come away with 50,000 gold.
Huh.
Maybe Grog can put some use to those muscles.
Says the man who's always dying.
I don't know. He was doing pretty good killing the goblins yesterday.
You're right. He did. He only died twice that fight.
I died once, I'll have you
Even
know.
better.
As I'm walking over, it's like technically he was fighting too, and like exchanging blows for like the longest time. It's quite impressive, actually.
I held my ground while all of you were struggling.
And I think I left
All right.
it on my table. I'll go back and grab my book.
Okay. Yeah. If we're going off of your previous perception check, you totally left your notebook on your table. All right. So, are you guys ready to travel? Are you doing anything else here?
I'm-
Does anybody need anything before we go?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go.
I look at
I'm out.
Miles and I'm like, I need another bottle for the road, but it's for something else.
Wink.
You looking for anything in particular?
What's the finest elven drink you have?
I have a bottle of red.
I see what you did there.
That'll have to do.
I think you probably heard what DeWitt said. All right. He says, "Give me a moment. That'll be 3 gold, but let me go get it."
So, Grog,
Yo.
you said something about Marxus opening a door yesterday. What happened with that?
That was
Marxus just
me.
rolls his eyes.
So I heard about this from Mogami, who was there.
Miles
Turns
walks
out
up, puts the bottle down, and takes the gold.
We were fighting a frost dragon.
I'm out.
A frost dragon.
Go on.
Yeah, it was just a small one, like a baby one. And we were helping some kobolds, obviously, to get it back for him. And so we knew the frost dragon would somewhere because everywhere was kind of frosted over. And so Marxus, thinking this is a good idea, we're all kind of lined up, getting ready to go through the door. He's like, I'm gonna open this door, and then I'm gonna immediately Misty step behind it so I can get it. Right? So he opens the door, the dragon comes out, shoots his frost breath at everybody, killing the kobold friend straight out,
Oh, no.
and then nearly killing everybody else.
Marxus, what you up to?
I'm doing some scouting for reason.
Okay.
And then I was able to damage it and not die, almost die like everybody else. And Mogami, I think, put it to sleep.
Oh, be right back.
And then once it was put to sleep, we were able to tie it up and then give it back to our kobold friend.
Dewitt's eyes lighten up, and she leans her elbows on the table and looks at him. That sounds really impressive.
It was.
And die from that.
I am pretty amazing at, after so much experience. You learn
Well, I
not
mean,
to
you were-
die.
Yeah, you were holding your liquor pretty well last night, too.
Lots of practice.
So where are you guys all from?
Mogami, you go first.
Sorry, what?
Where are you guys all from?
Just paying attention to the conversation. Oh,
Where-
I'll go. I'm from the north. I'm from the mountains. I came down here to find a way to prove myself, to become a champion among this land.
I just keep thinking of Goku and
what?
Ryu.
Which mountains?
The ones in the north.
The North Mountains.
Are you?
Northern mountains.
Are you
Like
from
north of
Craghammer?
here or like north?
North.
Where the snow's at.
Exactly.
You're not even here, Marxus.
I'm not Marxist. I'm the voice.
What? Why is there a disembodied voice in here? I'm a little.
It sounds like
Dragon
Jerry
coffee?
Stiller.
Oh yeah. I'm the internal coach of Mantis. Whenever he's like, I have a problem, I pop up like you can punch it and solve it.
Like, the angel and the demon on your shoulder?
No, it's just one voice.
It's just one voice.
Mantis can only hold one voice.
I just swap shoulders depending on what mood I'm in.
Just leaves over his head, like, huh?
But
You
it's
need
always
some-
the same
you need
advice.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the other shoulder agrees with him.
But he's got a
Brilliant.
point.
First off, look what I can do. What does that have to do with? No, he's got a point.
Doing a one-handed push-up. That's impressive.
Anyway, so you're from the Cliff Keep Mountains area, or are you a bit further north of the mountains?
You know, we didn't use the same names that you use down here in the lowlands. We just called it home.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've returned. Did I miss anything?
Oh man, you missed the best thing.
Yeah, just learning where Mantis is from.
Nice.
Yeah, and also the internal monologues of Mantis.
Dewitt's impressed with Grog and thinks he's really cool
Mm.
because he survived the frost.
Nice.
Everyone else didn't.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll catch up with that.
Mantis is from the north.
But I'm from Restaurant myself.
West Run. Remind me where that is again.
It's near the Bramblewood.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit north from here actually. It's not too far north.
Oh, that's actually where I'm from too. I mean, not West Run, but I'm from a little village outside of Kaimal. Kaimal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's. Oh yeah. Okay. West Run is just, I think, 300-400 miles.
Yeah, you remember traveling past Kaimal as you were heading down towards the Sunless Citadel. So you're fairly familiar with that that area, Mogami,
Yes.
as you would have traveled through there before, and Norn.
Yeah, I'm just from a little farming community just at the base of the Iron Cape Cliffs. Damn it, whatever it's called. The mountain's right there.
The Iron Seat Ridge.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
What
All
about
right.
you, Grog?
But
Where are you from?
it's a port town whose name I don't
Through all
remember.
of this stuff.
Are you
A lot of it's Christmas.
do you have a hangover that you can't remember?
No, I just don't remember it.
Oh,
You said a port town?
Was it Emon? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I honestly don't. I know it was out of
Stupid.
character. I know it was mentioned in the chat somewhere. Just forget what.
It must have been very important and very eventful.
I lived on a boat.
You know what I can think of immediately? Especially that I don't know what I can think of immediately that a pirate could probably like drive in. Probably be Steel Bend. Actually,
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
it's a little port town that's also in the middle of a swamp.
Makes sense. Go with that, and I'll have to look it up later.
All right.
it's pretty cool.
So it's getting to be what would be about 10-ish o'clock in the morning.
All right, let's pack it up.
Onward
Yeah,
to the fighter.
Get out of here.
Joe,
Yes.
on this tree.
Oh. So as you were scouting about and wandering through the woods, you found a book. Just sitting there.
I was gonna check that. I forgot my books.
Where's Joe?
Yeah, it's just a leather-bound book that's sitting on a tree stump. It looks like it may have been forgotten.
Hmm. Hmm.
Start yelling. Marxist.
You,
Marxist, nowhere. We're heading out.
Can I do like investigation to see if there's anything abnormal about this book?
sure, go ahead. Investigate the book. And you're touching it, right?
Ooh.
No, I'm just like gonna thoroughly check it because I've heard of cursed tomes. I'm not a new.
So as you look at it, it just looks like a weather-worn book. Looks like a journal. Are you picking it up?
I will now.
You pick it up. And do you open it?
Yes.
Inside, you find a short story. It is a journal, but it is written from the perspective of a young elf that was trying to be able to become a circus performer. His parents had denied him from being able to go and fulfill his dreams and said instead, you have to go to the Elven High School of Magic, and tried to force him that way. Reading on and skimming it quickly, you're not sure if this is fiction or if this is actually somebody's journal, but you're just like, it's a book.
Well,
It's
if it's true, I feel for him because the elves are all pricks and would do that.
It's probably worth a few gold. You think to yourself.
I pocket it.
What are these red things on the ground?
Mushrooms.
Are they poisonous?
You would probably know that. These ones are not.
Okay. Can I grab a couple of them?
Yeah. Go ahead and pocket a few if you need to.
I forage.
Gold beans.
I get screamed at by a small child. And then I pocket 10 mushrooms.
All right. Takes you a little bit, but you do that. So, you guys know that west is off the left side of the map, but eventually that's going to be where you guys would end up heading, probably. As you guys actually leave, you guys don't see Snore anywhere. It seems like he may have wandered off.
Oh well, whatever.
Snorer.
You hear a bird.
Out.
You hear a bird, but it's definitely not a Kenku.
Is that him?
Nah, it sounds too much like a smart individual to be him.
Yeah, it's. I guess he must step off.
Are we ready?
Oh, hey, look, you're back.
Yes. I
Feel
am.
better?
Mm,
All right. So as you guys, sorry, what?
I was going to say the next few hours will determine that.
So as you guys, with this, you end up traveling westwards. Going westwards, you end up traveling for well through the morning and midday. The woods are fairly thick, and go ahead and let's see. Go ahead and roll me like just a nature check real quick.
1 second breakfast. Nature.
Just normal.
Yeah.
Yep, normal.
Yeah, just normal. All right, so Marxus,
Wow,
Mogami.
look at the sky. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you are distracted by the beauty of the day as you're going along. But Marxus, Mogami, between the two of you, you can actually see, while you're not on a road, there is a traveled path that's here. Traveling westwards and westwards, you eventually find yourself in in a new space. The woods seem to thicken up here, and you walk forward, and all of a sudden, like, actually, who's in lead? Like, if there were a marching order.
I would think either Mantis or Grog, since they have the thing to lead the way, pretty much.
It's true.
And
First.
Okay. As you guys are walking, like the pulsing is getting a little bit more and more demanding. When
Now we go this way. Now we go this way.
and in all but a moment, Macho, you're just walking full pace, going forward, and you run smack dab into a wall of nothing. You look forward, and you see more forest, and trees that are going beyond, but there's something that stops you from being able to proceed.
Mimes, my mortal enemy. They've come for me again.
Oh shit, where are they? They could be devilish and trickful. You need to watch out.
I'm sorry. Can you guys repeat that?
I said mimes, look out! They're invisible ropes and walls. They'll get you.
I look at Mogami in confusion.
Duck, get out of the way.
You guys
Watch his eyes twitch.
I kind of want to do an intelligence check. This does to play long.
Do we?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Go ahead.
Just an intelligence check to
Yeah.
see-
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Yeah, you probably don't think it's mimes.
All right, it's like
You did.
okay, and I walk up to like whatever they're looking at, and I guess learn about this thing as well.
So how are you just walking straight forward to where he was? Because you definitely saw him run into something.
Punch it.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can put my head on it to investigate it if I can.
So looking at it, or you can't see it. What you see beyond you is just more forest in an uninterrupted nature trail that continues on in that direction. But as you put your hands forward and lay them against this thing, you feel a resistance push you back, as though you were pressing against mortar.
Okay. Mind if I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, go nuts.
I want to punch it.
You think to yourself, this is probably magical.
This is probably magical.
When I do an Arcana check, like walk up and do one.
Okay, yeah.
You can use mimes.
What witchcraft is this?
You recognize it as magical, but you're not sure where it would have come from.
Mantis.
What are you guys talking about? Just walks right into it. Oh. You're punching it, Grog?
Yes. Punched it twice. Missed the first time, looked like an idiot. The second time, it worked.
I missed a stationary wall.
That he can't see. Yeah, exactly. So you swung down, and you definitely did not hit where it was. Second time, you felt out where it was, and then you just struck at it. Go ahead and try to roll damage on that. You ever hit your funny bone, Grog?
There was this one time.
Well, as you punch it, you feel a reverberation of that just rush back up your arm and shake in a pain. It doesn't hurt, but it definitely is annoying as hell. Mantis?
Feels like that one time I punched that slime in the face.
Mantis, there's a thing buzzing in your pocket.
And I suppose
I
mine.
reach into
but
my
I took
pocket.
You got a phone call?
The coin.
I'm sorry, I gotta take this.
No,
I think it's
Mom,
my
I'm busy.
agent. He
Call
said he'd
back
have good
later.
news.
The coin is
Get this number, Mom.
pulsating.
Ooh, okay. I wanna reach out and touch the coin to the wall.
As you do, it's like you dip the coin into a flat surface of water. What you see is it ripple away, and suddenly the clear forest path that you were seeing disappears, and in front of you, you see the following. And I'm gonna have to do the whole configuration thing, I'm pretty sure, as well. So
One at a time.
yeah.
Shiny.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do, because you touched it first.
So privileges.
I want to go next.
Can only Mantis and Grog go in, or can we all go in since we're with
No, this entire adventure I'd only planned for 2 adventures. The rest of you can, you might as well log out now.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Alt F4?
Yeah.
I'll just wait out here, guys.
You can do what Mr. Battle's doing and play 14.
What?
He's actually not. He's played some other thing with a creepy mask.
So,
Oh yeah, I need to get Subnautica.
all right. So you guys should be able to see now. But as you arrive here, you're able to see in front of you an opening and a clearing, and there's definitely space and city here. It is it's that of a open camp and a bunch of other things that are going on. You see a bustle of people around, some merchants that have set up shop in the center of this space. People talking back and forth, and it seems like there's a clamor of excitement. You see in the center of this space a large dais, whatever. Deus Ex Machina, Deus, whatever. But in that space there's a cloaked man, a tall elven gentleman, and he seems to be directing people, pointing left, pointing right. The cloak that he's wearing is red with a brown tinge trim.
Okay.
Nice.
Can you guys see the map at this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not yet.
Refresh.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna zoom out.
Yeah, refresh it.
I can see it.
Alright, I'll refresh.
Lots of data.
Alright, I can see it now. Never mind.
Yep.
There's one over there, one over there, there.
Mhm.
I don't see this red man you're talking about, though.
Well, you know how I said earlier that I was kind of having a hard time keeping up with everything? Yeah. Well, here he is.
Yay!
Hi, Red Man. What makes a red man red?
He looks important. We should talk to him.
Oh, my crimson friend.
Oh, ho there.
Come with me.
And who might you be?
My name is Macho Mantis Randy Mantis. I've come down from the mountains in the north that I might challenge, enter this competition of champions.
Well, welcome. We've had many people prepare and enter. Somewhere else, you hear a noise. Things have been starting, and it seems like you're a bit late,
Ah, yeah.
but not too late.
Yay!
Ah, good.
And so, have you done this challenge before?
No.
I can't say I have. I've only heard tell, and now I'm here that I might participate.
Well, he says, well, he says, and he looks left to right, counting quickly with his finger. Oh, 1, 2. Well, the max that you can be able to have is up to a team of 4. You have a coin?
Yes.
I do.
You both present these coin to him?
I show mine off, yeah.
Excellent. Give it here.
All right.
Hand it over.
All right. He takes them. And when you hand the coin to him, he says, 1 moment. And he takes the coin from you and clasps your hand with his right. He puts his left hand forward and overclasps on the top of your hand. And he whispers a word.
Slim Jim.
No. Do any of you speak Elven? I know that Marxus does.
Just
I do
mine.
not.
Do-do-do-do-do. Where's my languages thing?
On your character sheet.
I know, but nope, I do not. Only
All
Marcus
right.
can speak Elven.
So he utters an incantation, and does this to you, Mantis first. Marxus, you hear the word, an arcane word. You know it's related to something like "be sealed." And then once he does this and does the same to you, Grog, he turns and says, "Who else is joining your team?"
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Well,
I,
if this is a team-based thing and you guys have to be in it, then I guess you two will be choosing, I guess.
who would like to participate in this competition of champions?
I think we only get 2 more, he said.
Yeah, exactly. 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make sure whoever you want on your team can do something.
That sounds like that sounds like you want in, my elven friend. Would you join us in this competition?
Sure he will. We take the elf. He's our third.
Okay.
Who's
And
on?
your fourth. Step forward. Your name?
Grog.
And to the elf, he points.
Marxist.
He steps forward, takes your hand, and does the spell. Afterwards, he tilts his head to the side and says, "Do I know you?"
Marxist tilts his head too. I can't say that we do know each other.
Must be. Yeah, must be a mistake. Swear I've seen you somewhere. And your fourth.
Anybody else?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. No, I'm kidding.
The missus is AFK dealing with a crying child right now.
I can heal. I can do certain buffs,
You?
but I'm giving you options here. I'm trying to help you
I mean,
figure this out.
he did save like 3 people's lives last time we fought, or she did, excuse me. It may be a good idea to bring a healer.
Norn is a little bit more a little bit more beefy for melee combat, and he's a much better healer than I am. So like all 3 of us can heal. I can heal at range. These 2 has to touch you. One can. I'm not doing.
Yeah, you're not selling yourself particularly well.
Yeah,
Mark's
I,
broad.
it,
You know
I,
these guys
I
better
tend
than
to sell myself short.
Ha!
That-
That's
that-
your
that- that-
What
equivalent.
up, The halfling's funny. I kind of want to bring that one along. Throw some zingers whenever we make a good move.
Um,
Can't
I
chase people.
Montgomery looks back there too, just to just to see their faces, like things like should I go? Do you guys want to go? I don't know what to do.
Norn seems distracted. Huh? Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Mogami also has that sleep spell.
I'm gonna defer to you, Merxis and Grog. You guys have known these people longer than I have.
Well, I don't know anything about Do It, so yeah.
All right.
Sure, I'll take Mogami. Might as well.
Okay.
Get in here.
He leans down and
And sorry, I was gonna say is like just like for people to know is like pretty much like I'm I'm happy that I'm helping, but at the same time I'm terrified because I have no idea what's coming.
No, I'll be fine.
he reaches down and takes your hand and performs the same spell. All right. Welcome. And there are some merchants that are around. I would suggest you make your final preparations. Maybe say your farewells. The Brawlers League is known to be deadly. Good luck.
Ooh.
And we will see you soon.
Up,
Ooh, the shopkeepers.
up, down.
Oh, wait. Real quick before he leaves, can I ask him a question? I'll ask, hey, one of these shopkeepers, is there any place I may obtain a magical weapon and or an enchantment upon the ones I have?
Possibly. You could check with old Blue over there. He points back behind him to his right. But
Shopkeepers.
Alright, I'm gonna look for.
once you are ready, meet back at this dais and touch the sunstone.
Very good.
Thanks.
I heard another explosion. This must be going crazy. And they said, okay. Where's the weapon thing again?
Enchantment.
It'll really depend on the merchant that you're actually meeting with.
That's why I started over here. Make my way around.
Okay.
I'll follow along with them until I can find one that
Oh,
like sells like.
Come here, come here. I have what you're looking for, I'm sure.
Sure you do.
What do you got?
What are you selling? What are you buying?
What are you looking for? So,
Magical items.
yes. So some things that I do have, I do have a masterwork cold iron longsword. Have a potion of blur. Yeah, got some potions of cure light wounds. Spider climb might be useful for you. I do have this ring, and he pulls out a ring and opens it up. It looks just like a simple iron ring, but it has some silver wiring that's been wrapped around it and hammered flat. Do you know what this is?
No, tell me.
This is the ring of Franklin's blinking. What this does is it will let you be able to jump from here to thither in but a moment's scent. So,
How many times?
just like that. person who sold it to me, and when I've tried it, I've been able to get it to work for me at least twice in a day.
And how much would such an item go for?
I'd part with it for 20,000 gold.
Mogami falls, like faints and falls down.
This is a rare magical item.
I want to. Can I intimidate them just by putting my hand on their shoulder and squeezing really hard?
You can definitely try.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I'll try this.
I'm gonna start walking towards the tent because I have.
All right, so what are you doing, Macho?
I'm saying, and what about for one such as me?
He leans back. For one like you, I do have a wand of cure light wounds that I could be able to part with for about 200 gold. He's rubbing his shoulder.
Okay. And how many uses does that wand of light wounds have?
Last I checked, about 14.
14.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's right. I have a wand.
I don't want to spend my money yet. Excellent, my friend. I hope you won't mind if I the other vendors and see what other wares I might procure.
All right.
Hello, good sir.
Show me what you.
Hello, good sir. Do you happen to sell any like weapons or any other kind of equipment that we can buy? Or...
This person looks like he is much more of an alchemist. As you wander over, he has like a bunch of different vials that are put out on display underneath the canvas of the canvas next to his wagon. As you walk up, it's surprising how few things he actually has out. He's sitting in a little tripod chair just next to it, looking down and whittling away at a piece of wood. And as you guys walk up, sorry, what did you say?
I was wondering if you have like any like potions or anything of that we can procure off of you before this challenge.
Well, I had more, but I've sold most of that.
We were late.
This is what I have left. There, he doesn't even get up at this point. He just points with his knife, just waggling it. There on the right for you, we got an oil of invisibility. We have a magic weapon oil, and we also have a potion of mage armor, and we have one of Owl's wisdom.
Who's Owl?
Yeah, you have a
Weird Owl. Have you heard of him? He plays a great ukulele.
He is quite the bard of my time. I've heard of this man.
Weird Owl?
If you drink that one, you get some mad rhymes.
I don't know how fight worthy that's going to be.
I don't believe that Weird Al has been touring this far south in a long time.
Oh, it must just be where I'm from.
Oh my god, Weird Owl is now canon. Alright.
I've heard him play a couple times. He's amazing.
I've heard of him.
Really great polkas.
So if he's canon, give me just a quick second.
What does Owl's wisdom do?
Well, it'll give you more senses. You'll be able to. I've been told as you drink it, it gives you more sense of what's around you at any given moment. If you're especially useful if you're a spellcaster of some type.
And what about that? You said it was a magical weapon or magical weapon oil?
These are all oils.
So what would that magical weapon oil do?
So the oil of magic weapon that will give you true strike. It'll allow you to be able to hit your enemies quickly, efficiently, and effectively. Basically, what it does is it gives you for a short duration, it will give you a benefit of having advantage on your strikes with your weapon.
Oh, okay.
And
And how much does that go for?
For you, and because I've had such a good week, I'll let it go for 50 gold.
Oh,
Oh, dang. I think I'll pick that up.
God dang, you break character and then slip back into your accent.
Don't break kayfabe. Don't break kayfabe.
Excuse me, I think I might have a cold coming on.
What's the mage armor one do?
Have you ever had an mage cast mage armor on you?
No.
I put my hand up.
Well, I don't think she did it on purpose.
No. I mean, because I put my hand up because like it happened to me before. I don't mean that I did it on you before.
Yeah.
I was talking about someone else. All right.
It will thicken your skin and make whatever you're wearing take the hits a little bit better. It's like wearing breastplate over breastplate, but you can be able to get away with a lot more hits.
How am I?
That one, 75. So are you buying?
Yeah, I will take that weapon oil.
Excellent. With that, he shoves the blade into the ground next to him, stands up, reaches over, and you see him wave his hand, and then he reaches through something that you didn't see was there, and he fetches out the oil from there, from that space. And gives it to you. That'll be 50 gold for you.
Excellent. Here you go.
And you. He looks over at you, Grog.
Grog.
Grog, yes. You're interested in the other.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be 75.
Sure.
Okay.
What about the invisibility one? What's that do? I mean, it's obvious it's invisibility, but I'm sure there's some sort of limitations or something.
It is a short limitation, a short spell. But let me properly look that one up actually. Because I know most of these other ones, but this one I want to be mechanically sure. I just need to see. Oh yeah. So this will make you invisible. For up to, from what I've heard, about an hour. As well as anything that you have on you. Do be warned though that if you do strike at a person, or you do draw attention to yourself, the spell's illusion will wear.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about.
Be good for Marcus. keeping stealth, and then he can get up behind for a sneak attack.
That's up to him if he wants to.
I'll go ahead and take it.
All right. The cost for that one is 300. It was very, very hard to come by.
I
You've got high charisma, right?
I'm gonna see if I can haggle the price down.
Okay, go ahead and try.
Persuasion, I want to say.
Yeah, that would be either persuasion or intimidation. It depends on how you want to go about it, but
I would do
Oh,
persuasion.
second.
Okay.
15.
go for it.
Look, I could see 300 reasonable if this is as rare as you claim, but considering what's going on and what we're going to do, if we walk away a winner, you might have a customer who will come back for more valuable items. So why not cut me a little break this time, just to give a little help? And I'll guarantee that the reward later will be worth it.
You see him like mull this over. Consider it. I'm willing to go as low as 220 for you.
How about an even 200 on good faith?
Grin crosses his face. I can do that for you.
Then you got yourself a deal.
Do it as silently impressed.
Be impressed.
I do it.
I'm a gummy.
Okay.
We got
So-
one more story.
Okay.
Sorry.
And that's 200 off my currency, so make sure I get that noted.
All right, I'm gonna move up towards the green tent and do a perception check and see what they sound before if I can stop forgetting where I put my list. He's selling candy and ice cream.
You're too short to see above the ledge. You can't see.
I say that because that was a natural one.
Okay.
You think this man might be your father?
Daddy?
Hey Joe, would the potion be in the
Consumables.
no, I can't say the stupid word. Compendium.
Compendium, and no, it's not in there. So I have a note here that that Mantis has the magic weapon oil, and then that Grog has an oil of mage armor, and you have an oil of invisibility. But we're just going to have to roleplay it. Sorry, I don't have it built out in the engine.
That's fine. I'm just making an item in my inventory, so I'll remember.
All right, and just remember that you also have the scroll of expeditor's retreat that I gave you in this citadel.
I have a wand of entangle.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and talk to him, even though I have no idea what he's selling. Apparently.
Okay, so he's currently working on his cart and has his back to you at the time that you're approaching the merchant. Oh, hello. Sorry, you startled me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spook you. It was like we're I'm trying to find some equipment to buy. Do you happen to sell? What?
Sorry.
Get it? You're full of holes.
He's holding.
My other armor is full hose. Yes. Like if you have any like any extra like armor or like weapons that you're possibly selling, or anything else?
You're welcome to check out what we have. And he points behind him, and there is just a weapon rack with several different types of items strewn across it. You see here some kind of short bow, a few different axes, great swords, a rapier, a scimitar, and then a short sword and a spear.
What kind of axes?
Oh, those. Well, those are dwarven war axes. One of them is larger. The other one is actually smaller. So you do like the axe yourself, he says, looking you up and down, and seeing that you have like 2 axes already strapped in your gear. Maybe this would interest you. He pulls out a small dwarven war axe that is more like a hand axe to you, but it does actually seem pretty well made and engraved. Here's what's making this one special. As he does that, he puts it in your hand and he says, "Look," and he takes his cloak from around him and holds it over where you're actually at. And as he starts to block out the sun, you see that axe starts to give off light.
Ooh. Glowy.
Am I able to see this?
Yeah, where you are, it's not blocking, but you can see as it gets into dim light that it actually seems to be giving off light of its own, possibly enough to even illuminate once it's in full darkness.
Is that moon touched?
Possibly. I picked it up. I picked it up from another tradesman. It's been moving its way around. I'm pretty sure it came down from Hammercrag at its origin. Doesn't have a maker's mark on it though, so I don't know.
For dwarven axe, it's actually kind of odd not to have a mark.
You got me. Yeah.
Oh well, one man's loss is another man's gain, I guess.
True. What about that bigger one?
You say.
Wow.
What?
So, looking back at that other one, he's like, that. This is a piece. Given it doesn't do what that smaller one does, but it is masterwork and it is well crafted. As he brings it down off of the rack and he angles the axe towards you, you can be able to see that there is a etching on it that looks like that of one of the deities. You're not sure which, but you're probably sure it's associated with war.
What's this etching on it? It look kind of familiar, like, but not familiar.
Can I do a religion check on it?
Sure, go ahead.
Religion. It's the pizza man.
Sorry, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9. It's not horrible, but it's like just
You look at it. It's actually pretty clear. You've seen this before. This is bearing. You see in the axe, it is engraven a image of scales. One on the left, one engraved onto the left of it, and one onto the right side of the blade. And it looks as though it is the sigil of the lawbearer.
okay. It kind of looks like the crest of the lawbearer.
Grog, you've heard of it, but you're like, who cares?
I'm afraid to ask, but how much for both?
Well, I would be asking about 2,300 gold pieces per, but if you're wanting both of them, I think we could come to an arrangement. Perhaps we do that and we call it 3,000 gold?
No.
Well then, he takes the axes back. Perhaps after you win. And he shelves them again.
I'm looking for a weapon that's a little bit more finesse.
You see,
Just looks at me. Finesse.
What? This is fit in your category too.
Yeah. Are you shopping for me?
No. I'm shopping for me.
so
Talking to you.
Mogami, are you looking on the weapon rack?
I was talking to him while I'm looking at the rack.
Okay. You might want to take a look at that one. He points over to the far left side of the rack. Your eyes wander over to where he's signaling, and you see a scabbard of red leather, and it looks to be a rapier.
All right. Mind if I take a look at it?
Yeah, be careful.
I don't want to put a weapon out those weapon rack without him knowing.
Go ahead, but don't cut yourself with it. I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah. All right. I pull it out.
Give me just a second.
What? Don't leave me alone with these guys.
What?
Nothing. I
Do
didn't
it,
say
come
anything.
back.
I cast message. Don't leave me.
I'm sorry.
You can respond to this message.
Sorry. Well, what? So you see the leather scabbard of it.
Yeah, I pull it out and examine it.
How?
Like unseal it and examine it.
Okay. You pull out the blade, and this it glints and shines in the sun. It looks like it's made of stone, but it sounds and reacts like metal.
Huh. Can I investigate it?
Yeah. Yeah. You can do whatever you want to with it. Go ahead and make your roll.
22.
Looking through it, it seems like it's definitely a crafted weapon. You can't tell. You know that whoever made this must have used some type of magic, but you're not sure with that roll if the item itself is magical or not. I'm going to cut over to DeWitt. I've kind of been ignoring you. DeWitt, what are you doing?
While they were setting up their team and stuff like that, I kind of looked around. Did I see anything interesting or?
Go ahead and move yourself to the different places on the map where you had kind of started and wandered around. Sorry, Casey, we'll get right back to you.
No worries.
I kind of looked over here in these trees.
So as you walk into these trees, and you walk up to this object here, that is, you see this, and it's actually a watchtower that has no entry, but goes up 30, 40 feet above the tree line. And it looks, as you look up, you see somebody kind of peer their head over and then disappear back and walk what you're guessing is walking the other way.
Okay, so sorry, you cut out a little. They peered down at me, or?
No, they're just kind of looking down and around. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. And I kind of went in here as well.
So as you wandering in here, you definitely start to hear like more taverny noises, and people are eating in here. There's a small fire. This seems to be a decent place for food, but it definitely seems makeshift. Because as you step into this place, there's a stone floor. There is wooden floor laid down, but the walls are all solid rock, as though this was just carved out of a space. You're definitely underneath the hill that you were walking through.
Do I notice like what are the people like in here?
Most of them seem like they're just avid and excited. The chatter is pretty low. You do hear some people talking about money, and it seems like they're trying to place bets on who will actually outcome and what will actually end up happening.
Where do it go to?
Which table is this that they're making bets?
It would be the group of 3 right there.
I go over to the table and I look at the 3 people. What are you making bets about?
Why do you think we're here? They seem pretty. They seem pretty jovial. One of them raises a glass, and the other one downs his. The gentleman in blue that you're next to, it looks like he's counting through some gold, and it seems like he's in the middle of a decision as he's answering you.
Okay. Do you know how many groups are fighting in this battle?
Oh, when did you get here? Just a bit?
Yeah, just, I came in with a couple of pals of mine, and I haven't been here before, so I'm just kind of curious as to what's going on.
Well, bets are about to close. I know that the money counter is going to close everything off as soon as last teams go in. I know that there's been more than 30 pounds of coin handed out, but this year only about 10 or so have actually shown up.
Interesting.
But if you're interested, I think I may be able to give you a piece of good news.
Oh, what's that?
There's an orc that I saw. I'm forgetting his name, but there's an orc. He came in, and he seemed to be doing really well and made it through the first bout. And I believe that he will make it to the final arena. That's the thing about the betting with this, is time is so sensitive.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Well, how about this? My group that came in is actually going to be participating in this, and I'd be willing to bet that they're going to win against them.
Your group? What's in them?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's in your group? Who are they?
Oh, a half orc, a Goliath, a halfling, and
all right.
And an elf.
And what's their name? I don't know if I've heard of this group.
I forget the elf's name, but it's Grog, Mantis, and Mogami.
No. So the people that he points you at a piece of paper that has kind of been scrawling all over, and he slides it towards you. He slides the paper towards you, and you can see on it written in common, the Bronx, Coin Stealers, the Brandywines. Your group's name. What is their name?
Was I here when they put down a
We
name?
didn't make one.
Didn't
We
make
haven't
one?
made a name yet, yeah.
We'll
So
just
you're
call it
essentially naming us.
Okay, no, out of character, no pressure, but this is on you.
You're
we'll call them
naming
the
our
Screaming
guild.
Babes.
Oh my god. Sorry.
It's canon.
It's canon.
Oh, sorry, the Screaming Babes.
Apparently.
All right.
I need this to be spelled
Nice.
out just to make sure I got this correct.
Yeah, you could type it in chat if you want, but I think I have it down.
I like the N apostrophe.
Oh, yeah.
Screamin.
There's no silent G. It's all screaming.
I can't say I've heard of you. Tell me about them. And if you want, we can shorten this up. So, what is it? The type of thing that you're actually telling them?
That I don't actually know them that well because I only just met them.
Okay, roll a persuasion check then.
Oh my god! Crap. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So as you like. You try to remember back like 2-3 nights ago, and basically you tell a very bad version of what they had told you of their adventures. You see Norn over in the corner. He just kind of looks down, shakes his head, and just like whatever.
Oh my god.
I can't say I've ever heard of you, but. If you want odds, it doesn't sound like you're likely to win. I'll take that. I'll take that wager.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure they'll win though, so I'm just gonna still bet for them. Okay? Yeah, I'll put 50 gold.
All right, 20-1 odds, 50 gold.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I believe in you guys.
All right, pay up. And he writes down the odds, and writes that down, and says, "Your name here," and puts an X where you should be signing.
Okay, I sign my name with a flourish.
All right.
I'm a much better writer than speaker.
Excellent! Goodwill, good wishes, and may the Screaming Babes win.
Thank you, good men, gentlemen. You have a pleasant day.
Another round! He waves over.
I'm so sorry, Norn. I'm so sorry.
Ay, 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 ay.
Well, he looked prepared.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Hey,
Where'd you go?
Mogami
I was about.
Mogami pulls out a sword, and it looks very cool.
Ooh. No, but it's magical though. That's probably gonna cost a lot.
How much was it?
I don't know yet.
Don't say that too
how,
loud.
Okay.
how much for this one?
Oh, that one. That is. What do you know about that sword? Nothing? It is fine make. You'll have noticed already that the blade is quite peculiar. That sword can actually turn your enemies to stone. So do be cautious with it. As I said, I am not responsible if you do cut yourself, so...
Yeah, be careful, Mogami.
But
But
with-
with a enchantment like that though, that's probably gonna be expensive.
I'd part with it for 23.20.
23 gold. That's amazing.
No, sir.
No.
2,320 gold.
Can I take it on loan?
He just looks and laughs.
I'm back.
Yeah, I did that jokingly to him. So
I'm afraid not.
I didn't think so. Do you have anything more in a cheaper price range?
Most of these weapons that you're looking at here are enchanted, magical, or unusual. So, when you say cheaper, what are you asking?
I have like my entire purse I have right now is about. I'm not sure if I should be.
Don't be honest.
I'm willing to part with at least 300 to 400 gold.
You best be on your way then, child.
I
And
think so.
with that, he collects the sword from you, sheaths
I was
it,
actually,
and puts it back on a rack.
Headed to him, and I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Well, if you win, my wares are here, and you are always welcome.
I lightly pat Mogami on the shoulder and say it's okay. He will be back.
That's four times the amount I own. I have enough.
Exploration.
Just sell yourself, Mogami. It'll be fine.
Very nice.
That's not how it works.
You start counting your kidneys.
So you could use a nice indentured halfling, right?
Wait, out of character. This one down here, the first one we looked at. I think you guys said they had weapons as well. Right?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Hey, I'm back. I was the one with the two big oafs earlier.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Yeah. What can I help you with?
Do you happen to have any weapons for a more dexterous type of person?
He laughs. He points at the rack, and you see a sword that is taller than you. There in a leather brown sheath, and another one that's slightly shorter. But those are the only two pieces of steel that I still have.
I'm sorry, you cut out. I didn't catch any of those weapons.
Oh, those are the only two pieces of steel that I still have for you. Longsword and masterwork longsword. Probably too large and unwieldy for you. Oh,
Mogami,
wait. Sorry. There is the one longsword is actually smaller. It's designed as a longsword, but it's made for smaller individuals.
Longsword doesn't give me finesse though.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You hear a yell behind you, and it is the game master. Any last teams to the dais now?
Oh crap.
Probably should go over there.
You also said you had healing potions. How much are those worth?
I don't have potions. I do have a wand of cure light wound. 210 gold for that one.
Mogami, I can lend you some gold if you want. I'd rather you guys come out of this alive.
You guys do hear some distant booms that are happening.
All right. How about I'll take one for now, and if I come back, how about we Actually, no. I'll take the one.
The wand?
The sorry, how much is the wand again?
There's a wand of cure light wounds. And
Is it?
210 gold.
All right, I'll take the wand.
All right, that's 14 charges there.
All right, I will 210. Okay. 210. Remove. Hurry and put down my notes. Wand of your.
Okay.
14 charges. All right. I paid him and he's like thanks, and immediately like run to everyone else.
Okay. So as you do that,
It's like sorry, Duet. Apparently we're in a rush now.
Oh, you're fine.
all right. I am Bellar, your game master.
Wait, where's Marxus?
Where is your fourth?
Looks like he's over the magical weapon stand.
I'm staring.
Come over here, you.
It's time to go, apparently.
Listen and listen well. This game is a game of lethality. You likely may die. Be cautious, be careful, be swift. Good luck, and touch the stone when you're ready.
Are we already touching the
Touching the
stone?
stone, yeah.
With your hand, the one that he had cast the spell on is what he had indicated to. Sorry.
I look over to Duet since this is the only one of our companions here. Wish is luck,
Good luck, guys. I believe in you.
and I touch the stone.
Whoop. As Mogami touches the stone, you see a puff of blue light, and Mogami disappears, followed by Grog.
I touch the stone.
I touched the stone as well. Yeah. My job is ready.
Do it.
Be the worthy champion.
What?
And I touch the stone and
the
go watch them.
Worldwide Brawlers Association.
Yeah, sure. You touch the stone. Nothing happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I don't think you'd want to be in there anyways.
101.
So, he actually approaches over. I've heard this year that they've managed to get a displacer beast for the challenge.
A displacer beam.
Yep. And he turns around and walks off to the camp.
Wait. What's it? Displacer beam. Beast. I'm sorry, Joe keeps cutting out.
Oh, sorry. As you walk, he's walking off, and you chase him to find out that information. And as you go to seek that information, we cut over to where you guys actually are. All right, hold on. Let me get this set up real quick, and we need to turn this off. And hold on real quick. I don't think I have my battle or fight music here. Sorry.
Well,
Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. All right. So. No, not the Star Trek bad fighting music. That.
This isn't Ponfar?
Yeah, no. No.
Brawlers League to Mate. I thought that's what we were doing.
We're not doing that. Absolutely not. Okay, so let me just grab this here real quick. And I'm going to just add a track to opening. Can you guys hear that? I'm gonna give me a sec.
It's kind of choppy.
That was entirely too loud. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and add that.
God damn.
Whoa, that's way too loud too. All right, so
Clap the blur.
So, yeah, you guys end up landing, boom, boom, Marxus,
Welcome.
and
Summer's Rift.
Summer's
Yeah, you did there.
I go mid lane.
Support.
Don't split the party.
so who has dark vision?
Me. Everyone but that
I don't
halfling
think I do. Let me
and the
check.
Goliath.
Okay, let me get back to you then, Macho. All right, so I'm going to put this here. And 80-30, 80-30. And I had a scene planned for outside of this fight as well, but because Norn isn't here and it's just you do it, like how much of that is necessary for you tonight to have fun?
I'm fine watching everyone else do stuff.
I
All
will
right.
send you
Like she'll
messages.
just probably walk around the camp and look at things.
Okay.
And
If
I will
you're
send you messages.
She
okay,
did ask about the displacer piece though, so
Oh man.
yeah, and I dramatically cut away from that, just like you would in a
reason.
TV show. Yeah. So, Macho, what do you have for vision?
So I'm not sure. Where do I find that?
Let's take a look at your sheet. That's going to be on. For
Diablo music.
yeah, just about.
now do I get to be in the area and watch them just from a out of character perspective, or am I just staying in the camp?
It would be under your left-hand side, where it says senses under your passive and whatnot. You don't have dark vision, mate.
Okay, I didn't think I did.
So you are just as blind as Mogami. So there we are. All right. So DeWitt, as you walk towards him, the game master, you see him walking towards a campfire. I'm going to just do theater of mind on this instead of on map, but you see him walk towards like his camp and campfire, and he ducks inside of a tent.
Can I listen to what he's or you're?
Well, yeah, you can do whatever you're doing. I'm just kind of waiting for you to tell me what that is.
Oh yeah, well I want to be outside the tent and listen. Can I stealth over there and be not like they can't be aware of me?
Sure, yeah, you could.
Or try that?
Yeah,
Would that be stealth?
yes, it would.
If you want.
Yeah, you just have to tell me what you do, and then we'll figure out what happens.
Okay. Would that be normal or advantage?
Normal. Doesn't seem like he's. You think you're stealthy, but you go and you wander up and forwards. But yeah, you don't see anyone anyone actually watching out for you. But what you do see as you peer inside the tent is he's looking into a red orb, and although the orb itself seems clouded, you get clear enough of a vision where you can be able to see, and it looks like it's watching these guys inside of the space here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to throw you down. You guys are going to have to ignore her. This is just kind of something I'm going to have to do for the map purpose. I don't have a way to toggle vision for her yet. But
No worries.
okay, so you can be able to see inside of here, and be able to observe these people.
My screen is black.
Have you tried refreshing?
Yes.
Let me try one more time.
I mean, here, I can force the app to reload.
Oh, I figured it was just black. Turn on my lantern yet.
Yeah. I just assumed it was meant on purpose because ours hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
You should be here now.
Came back.
Okay. So, boom, boom, boom. You guys land inside of this space. Really quickly. What are you guys doing?
Looking around before moving.
Yeah. Taking note of the surroundings.
Okay. So you guys look around. It definitely seems like it. Let me see what you can see. Yeah, you're definitely in a dungeon. Yeah, you see ahead of you like another room that's locked. Over to your right, it looks like there's a tunnel and some bloodstains on the floor. But that tunnel looks like it cuts off as it's crumbled down from the ceiling inwards.
All right, it's dark, guys. I know some of you guys can see, but like, is it clear to like probably put out? Do you think it's safe to bring out my lantern for us non-night seers?
Well, let's find out.
All right, I'll go ahead and
You don't-
Perception check.
Only thing you see around you in the immediate room is a chair in the back left corner near Mogami there.
All I see is there's a chair behind you. So, sure, why not?
all right. I open up my lantern with the magic flame still inside, uncovered. So.
What do I see, Joe, with my critical eye?
You see a dungeon. It's you see exactly everything else that I've described already in perfect clarity.
2020.
My eyes!
Ooh, look at that vision. All right, I guess we're moving up this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've
people
got
that-
two doors here, one directly ahead and one to the.
So, Marxus, on that roll, were you just looking around, or were you actually investigating anything in particular?
I was just kind of generally like looking around.
Then I don't have anything else to tell you on that then. Okay.
How about if I do it on this bear rug?
You flip it over, and it's definitely a rug. Doesn't seem like there's anything under it, but it does look like it's definitely been tread on quite a bit.
Frog's like fur.
Shiny rock.
How'd a beaver get this big?
I take a look at this little chest right here.
Man, just be careful. There might be spiders.
Okay,
Don't say
Mogami.
that around me.
Mogami, what are you doing?
I'm taking a look at this chest right here.
Okay. So as you look it over, it seems like a chest. Seems like it's been left here, maybe by design. Maybe it was just part of this room, though.
All right, guys, there's a chest right here.
Stab
And,
it.
What?
It might be a mimic. You gotta stab it.
Then, because I have the only thing I have to stab with is a dagger.
Okay, you're kind of in the way though.
I'm small. You can walk to me.
I stab it with my axe.
Cool. Oh, come on. This scene is active. There we are. Cool. Yeah, roll me an attack roll.
Hold it up. Well,
All right. Roll damage.
10.
Oh.
All right. As you come and take your axe and you swing downwards into this chest, you cleave into it. It screams.
I cleave into it and
Roll initiative.
Ooh.
I knew it. Two.
Sorry, I gotta do a thing because I don't think it's playing nice with me. There we are.
How do I roll initiative again?
On your token,
Click on your-
right-hand side, you'll see a sword and shield. Just click on that. And then click on the die on the right. Yep. There you are. Okay. Mogami, you see him cut down into this, and it just it screams and changes form as it starts showing teeth after teeth after teeth. You're on deck. It's your turn. Marxus, you're up next.
I just feel like Jimmy Firecracker from Dragon Ball Z now. Such insight. And Grog's her crew in the situation. That's not the treasure I'm looking for. Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Where's spells? Alright, that's a wisdom save on your end.
Okay.
Of 13 if I...
Yep, fails it. Roll your damage.
4.
Okay. And where was your... There we are. I need to apply the damage still, so apply damage.
Am I supposed to be paused?
Oh, no. Update token. All right, so we need to apply damage there. And then also for that. All right, so... All right, there we go. So, Mogami, that's your action. What else are you doing?
Here it is. I pull out my dagger. And...
That's about it then.
Yeah, can move, but it's probably give me attack of opportunity.
Mm,
Yeah.
well, remember, standard action, movement action, bonus action.
Remember what?
Standard action, which is what your spell did, movement, and then a bonus action.
Well, he doesn't want to move because the mimic will get the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
but he's saying I cast and then I draw my dagger. I'm saying unless you have something to draw your dagger, it's I mean, I'd let it fly for like you're not moving, go ahead and use that, but yeah.
All right. So if I pull my dagger, I can remain stationary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll just house rule that cuz okay. Okay. So boop boop. So this monstrosity just reaches out and tries to be able to hit hit you, Grog. You chopped it, it chops you. So I'm not.
That meets my AC, so we're tied.
Yeah, and I think
It's like either meet or beat or defender wins, one of the two.
yeah.
I think we said previously.
Yeah, and I know that the attacker, one making save. ACs, DCs. Oh, I don't remember. AC is the number you need to roll, so yeah, it does hit. Like right on the
meet or beat, pretty much.
Yeah, meet or beat.
Or that works for me.
So, nom nom. Like this jabbering top of the chest is just like chomp 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 and like comes down and latches onto your leg. You take 5 damage. And then it basically is just there. Marxus, you're up. Macho, you're on deck.
If I moved like right here behind Mogami,
one of my favorite.
Considering I'm way taller than her, could I shoot an arrow over her without disadvantage?
I would say yes.
Okay. So I will. Oh wait, hold on. If I move, I can attack with my bow still, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You had that weapon out, right?
Yeah, I would. I normally like if I go into areas unknown, and I should probably just state this. Marxist tentatively will just pull a bow out just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. So yeah, go ahead and take that.
So I'll move there, and I will attempt to shoot this. Oops, wrong tab.
Hot damn.
Woo!
All right, that hits.
Natural 20.
Is it a natural? No.
No, it's not. Oh, no.
No.
It's 18.
If it was, it'd be 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Forgot how to add there for a minute.
So, boom, boom. You're able to sink an arrow into it as it's chomping, and you sink the arrow into it. It kind of gags on it as the arrow hits the back of its throat, and it just chokes and sputters. Much angrier, It turns your direction. Now ignoring the large orc or half orc that's next to him. Macho, you're up. Grog, you're on deck.
Okay. So I can't really, unless I want to like chop over Mogami, I can't really get to it. Could I throw my dagger at it?
If you can see it, he's a pretty big target, and the thing would have half cover, so you can be able to try it if you want.
I think he's trying to say.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I had because I'm 7.5 feet tall, so I assume I have the reach. If I were to move up next to, could I reach around with my axe or no?
No, you wouldn't.
No. Okay.
Yeah, if you move there,
Around?
if you move there, you can't even see him anymore. He would have full cover because of the pillar.
Okay. Understood. Okay. Well, then here. Then what
Just
I think I'll
curious.
What'd you say?
Sorry, just curious. Can you like shove one of your people out of the way? Like, could you just go up to Grog and shove him aside and take his spot?
Well,
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
That would take an action, but yeah, you could do that.
Or run up and grab me.
So you
and
could
just-
attack.
Just put me aside.
Yeah, right.
I've done it before.
Just put Mogami on your shoulders. It's yeah.
Yeah. Could I scoop Mogami up?
Clink, clink.
Yeah, sure. So is that what you're doing?
Well, would that count as both my movement? My movement and my action, or just my movement if I'm going through and scooping?
Movement and action.
Movement and action. Well, then here, I think I'll just throw the dagger from here then.
All right.
If I can hit it.
What, baby?
Not good enough.
Not great.
Okay. Let's just do one of these. 1D.
You rolled a 2, didn't you?
Hey, Grog.
Don't.
Grog, evens or odds?
Uh,
The dagger flies right next to your head and goes against the far wall and clinks off against it.
holy shit!
I'm better with the axe.
All right. So you using any move or anything, or is that it?
I think that's it.
Okay. Grog, you're up. Mogami, you're on deck.
I would gonna go ahead and attack it.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go.
That hits. All right. You sink your axe heavily into it again, and it takes more damage. Bada boom.
Alright, and then I'm gonna use my 2-weapon fighting to use that second battle axe I picked up to attack it again.
With your 2-weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
There you go.
Crap, that is not what I meant to do. You don't heal with your battle axe, I'm sure.
Oh. Not this one.
Right. Okay, so there we are. All right. Anything else you're doing, or are you just facing down, punch, punch?
I'm just gonna keep facing it.
All right.
Oh, hold on. End turn button. I just saw that.
Nice. Thank you. Mogami, you're up. Marxus, you're on deck.
Alright, I use Vicious Mockery on him again.
Okay. And wisdom, save, normal. Boom.
Shit.
Do your words.
Stupid boss.
You're not sure if it understood you or if it actually heard it.
And I'm going to attempt to back off.
So
Okay.
disengage.
I'm guessing that's going to be attack of opportunity, I'm guessing.
Yep, it's going to try to grapple you.
Oh.
So that's grapple, grapple, grapple. All right, so that is yeah, that is going to be its attack bonus, which is just a +5. So I don't have that built in to this thing. So as you try to run away, its tongue reaches out.
You're cutting out. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I heard you say that.
Okay, let me try this.
Don't you have to do a saving throw, James? Or does it just automatically win?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as your turn to flee, its tongue reaches out and grabs at you, swinging from left to right, and you're able to dodge underneath it as you smell its foul breath getting away. You get the pillar between you and it, and you're pretty sure that this thing is wanting you in it. And all right. It moves. Grog, you could take an attack if you're really wanting to, since the pillar's between you and it now. Hello? Oh, great.
Welcome back.
Okay, whatever. So it moves, and Grog, you can take an attack as it steps out of your sight with the pillar getting in the way.
It's nothing personal. You know, technically, it is kind of true.
What's the picture for?
For Norn.
For Norn.
Ah.
Yeah, the chest, that's the plot. Giggity.
Mogami side.
I like how you said it Morgami, like, you're going to die, because that's where you're headed. Grog, are you going to take attack of opportunity, or no?
Hell yes.
All right, I just asked you 3 times now, so...
I was busy talking to Norin. My apologies.
Okay. That hits. As it steps out of the way, you basically punt it in the butt.
Fuck yeah.
And it's hurt fairly bad. But, Mogami, you run back further away, and then you hear a clump, 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 clump as it comes around the corner and tries again to reach at you. What is your AC is
13.
Oh,
I use my reaction for cutting words.
okay.
Get away from me! Get away from me, you freak! That's a 1d6. Roll d6. And drops his attack by 6.
All right, so you feel its tongue like reach out and get around you. You duck below it just as it like loops around where you were, and you're able to sidestep it again. This thing wants you. Marxus, you're up. Macho, you're next.
Oh my gosh, thing's right in my face. Okay.
Yep, you still got your bow.
Yep, I will. I will go ahead and just
Drop
try.
it, Misty step.
No, shut up. I'm gonna go ahead and just loose another arrow at this thing. I don't care if it's point blank.
Ooh, baby.
That hits.
Come on, sweet.
Ooh.
Nice roll.
You hit it. You hit it, and it's bleeding its ichor out pretty well from all the cuts and such dealt by Grog. This thing is very lethal.
Another thing into the throat.
All right. Are you doing anything else in your turn?
Nope.
Okay, Macho, you're up.
Here. So I'm going to move forward and then attack with one of my battle axes.
All right, you step to the side and you swing mightily to come down on it. How'd you do?
Ooh, yeah. Oh, critical! That's funny.
All right, you step aside and you hit it. Roll that damage. How do you want to do this? All right, Macho, how do you want to do this?
I literally want to scream, I can do it. I have an axe. I'm better, guys. This is why you brought me. And I just want to chop it clean in half.
And you do, splitting it vertically. It falls in half, tongue lopping to the one side and the other. You've just killed your first mimic.
Yeah.
We got this.
Alright.
Don't ask questions.
Ask questions.
Alright. I cast message and send a message to do it. It's like, we just killed a mimic. Just give me a status update. You can provide this message.
I can reply to.
Yeah, you can.
Good job, guys. I believe in you.
What's all this stuff in the corner?
Do it says he believes in us.
Yay.
You look through it. It just seems like it's a bunch of different pieces of junk.
Yeah, it's junk.
A lot of crates, a lot of barrels, some cloth, nothing much.
Do we go up or?
Crates and barrels. Is there any?
I didn't. Trash.
Which way do we go, guys?
Up or left? Up or right?
Can I do like a perception to like see if I hear anything on the other side of this door?
Yeah, go nuts.
Balls to the wall.
Not bad.
You put your ear to the door and you listen, leaning in. You hear nothing but quiet.
Everything seems quiet beyond this door.
I want to listen to this one.
Perception me up.
The elf does. I want to try that.
You've listened at doors before. You hear something like scritch, 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 like a nail, like nails against stone. You're not sure what would be causing it, but it sounds fairly close.
I hear a scratch noise on the other side of that door.
I say we go for the scritch. We came here to prove ourselves.
We did come here to kiss him.
All right.
Well, Marxus, you're the master of opening doors.
Want me to open that door?
Have you guys tried just checking it yourselves if it was unlocked?
Nope. I'm gonna stand behind this pillar real quick. Go for it.
I'm gonna stealthily try and get this door.
Okay, roll me a stealth real quick.
I want to see what happens.
Wow. Even with a +7.
Yeah, well, that means you rolled a what?
3.
You think you... Yeah. You think you're like, I got this. I've done this before.
Holy fuck.
As you open the door, I need to see this from your guys' perspective. Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh, I love Mogami's view. Oh, Mogami's view is the best. Nobody tell Mogami. Nobody tell Mogami.
I can stare.
I just opened the door and I'm like, oh, fuck.
I'm sure you can see it, Mogami. Yep, so you open the door, and what you see is what looks like a panther, glowing green eyes, tentacle arms coming off of it. But the thing is that you can't tell. You can't tell if it's standing a little to the left or a little to the right. It seems to be in both places at once.
It's a coral.
It's worse.
I can't message.
What's in that?
I think we're dead. You can reply this message.
Barry, start digging the graves.
Okay, so go ahead and...
Is that a giant pit of lava?
Yes, it is. You do see the red glow.
Kick it in there, it'll be fine.
It's alright. I'll just Misty step into the lava.
I guess.
All right. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I tell Mogami, you guys can't die. I placed bets. You need to win this.
Wait, you placed bets on it? Cast message again.
Yes, Mogami, you're supposed to win.
Okay.
What'd she say?
Apparently, she placed bets on us.
Ooh.
All right, Marxus, you're up.
I didn't. Cast message.
Well, as a reflex, I'm gonna grab a bow out of my quiver, or an arrow out of my quiver, and shoot the thing right in front.
It is your turn. It knows you're there. You know it's there. Nobody has advantage. Go ahead. It's just flat out your turn.
Ooh, man.
You hit. You have successfully pissed it off. It turns and growls in a low guttural sound as its shoulders sink with the arrow now sticking out of its left.
At least every...
Okay.
Okay, I know what
I look back at Grog. Grog! Engage thunder!
All right. Marxus, is that all you're doing on your turn?
Let me see some. I turn to Grog and I use Mastery of Tactics on him, like, you need to get in here and kill these things.
Mastery of Tactics, is that an does that take an action to use?
Huh?
Third level bonus action. Cool. All right. Yeah, you do it.
Gives
All
him
right.
Advantage on his next attack.
Cool. All right. Grog, you're up. Mogami, you're on deck.
I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna move here, here, and then here. And I wanna
As
knock it in.
as you move closer towards it, it strikes at you with its tentacles. Whip, 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 and it deals this as well as piercing damage to you.
Well then.
So wham wham, it deals a hefty, hefty blow. All right, go do your thing.
I want to kick it into the lava. I want to kick it in there.
Nice.
Are you trying to push it in?
No, you specifically hit
Like
Yeah.
push it, kick it. Okay. Well, make me a strength check on that then.
Push it real good.
And roll with advantage.
Oh man.
Oh man.
And
So,
I'll use
You you step what are you wanting to use?
the inspiration dice, Master of Tactics.
That was for the advantage.
Yeah, that's Master of Tactics is what gave you advantage on that. So, so you step in and you grab it around its throat and force your right hand thumb up under its jaw as it's growling and just trying to get its jaw open, clenched, trying to bite at you. You start to push it back and it grounds itself, just leaping with its tentacles and hitting the ground and getting purchase to be able to pull it back. You feel a real strength as it like pushes back against you and doesn't move.
Wait, does this mean a grapple check?
You're trying to
Grappling each other?
you're trying to move in and kick or move in and force it back. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that like I'm just treating it as though you were trying to get your hands on it, not like there was anything special. But shove, there's a shove action.
Feet back, shove it,
Yeah.
knock it from, push it away.
Yeah, you don't win that contest though. Like you try to shove it or push it back.
Yeah.
And it holds its space. So no, you haven't grappled it, but yeah, you did try to shove it.
I want to use my bonus action to activate my rage.
Okay. Would you like to rage? Yes.
With like to rage, which
I would like to rage.
when it does, it's lightning.
You rage.
And then which activates Stormware, which means
Mm-hmm.
fails save.
Yeah, Storm Aura is what save again?
DC of 12. Deck.
Versus con. Okay. So con save through.
Let's say con. It says deck save. I'm assuming it's the deck save. My guess.
No, I'm seeing that Storm Aura, if your aura effect requires a saving throw, DC 8 plus your proficiency. Oh, your con. Yeah. So
Based on your level 3rd, 1d.
yeah, I think it's Dex. We'll go with Dex. And that your con on that is 8. Your proficiency bonus, which is 2, so your con is 4. So yeah, 14. He makes a save. So is that half damage or no damage? I forget.
Damage, so it's probably slash R.
Yeah, he takes 1 damage.
Yay.
You hurt him. All right. So, that was the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So, this guy, let's see. This guy moves over here. And Casey, check that out. And as it rolls around the corner, it heads for the elf.
Well then.
Who's the hidden that we didn't hear you say?
It heads. It just hit Marxus for 15 on the nose. Marxus has 15 HP.
Wait, what?
Wait. You have only 15 HP?
Yep, I only have 15 HP.
That is one
So-
emaciated elf.
Actually, no, the tentacles hit me. Ah!
There we go. You're not getting it from me.
Oh, come on. I need it just once.
And that is that. Mogami, you're up.
You can freaking.
Macho, you're on deck.
Can I heal him through the looking
No.
glass?
Can't do shit.
You see him fall down. Yeah, and the game master there actually says, "Oh, that is not good."
No shit.
He looks up and looks behind him. Oh, hello there. Are you watching? Do you want to watch?
Hey, mind if I watch with?
Oh yeah, come in, please. He invites you in, and you step in, and you can be able to stare over and into the sphere. And as you get closer, you definitely see through the misty red that Marxus definitely has been knocked down.
Of course, there's two of them.
I stare in horror.
All right, Mogami, you're up. Macho, you're on deck.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. Just want to run this through you, just so I can make sure if I'm not. I want to do heroism on Randy and myself,
That's one.
Okay.
and I want. And is it possible I can
Is it possible you can what?
grab Marcus and pull him back? Or was that too many?
You move to move up, right? That was your move, and then you have an action which you would have spent on heroism. So you get in this turn, you run up, you cast heroism, and but you don't have enough speed to be able to pull him back. Or actually, that would be your move. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm going to say that if you're using your move for that, you can be able to. You moved 5 feet, 25 to. You can be able to move about 10, 15 feet backwards.
can move 10 feet, he said.
Alright, falling back 10 feet, you said?
Yeah, you have about 10 feet.
Yes, you can move him 10 feet.
Alright. Anyway, heroism.
Mhm.
Is that, make sure this is correct.
That's at level 2.
Because I'm putting on 2 people.
Mhm.
And, plus 3 temporary hit points that regenerates at the top of every round.
Yep.
As long as I'm able to concentrate.
Yep.
Alright, mark this and palm back 10.
Okay. The thing doesn't try to chase after him yet. All right, Macho, you're up. You feel empowered and a little more, quote unquote, healthy.
I'm sorry, cutting out a little bit. Can you say that again?
You feel a little bit more empowered and a little bit more, quote unquote, healthy from the spell.
Alright. You're also now immune to fear as well. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel the power! Alright, so I want to do essentially what Grog did. I want to your cat into the pit here.
Okay, go ahead and try it.
Spider cat.
So what would that be? What kind of?
So it's a strength athletics check. So you can use either athletics or strength in regards with this.
Okay.
Actually, I read that wrong. You can athletics or acrobatics is what it is using, but you're using in the context of an attack.
Oh, I just did a strength check.
Well, let me look.
I got advantage on athletics anyway. I can just use that.
Yeah, I don't think that would have helped you either way, Grog, because I'm seeing that your strength is +5, which is what your athletics is.
My strength just be +3. Oh, whatever.
How about that?
Yeah, that does it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah! This is how Macho Mantis does it!
Macho Mantis, you're my hero. What times Mantis?
Okay, so you kick it backwards, and it starts to lose itself and starts to go over the edge here. As you see it disappear from your sight, you also see latch as the tentacles grab up and over the edge and hold it there. It's not in the lava yet, but it is definitely at disadvantage and barely holding on.
Anyway, I want to do my action surge to run up the bottom of my boot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Action, sir.
I gotta. So once every short rest, I can take an additional action.
Ooh, hot damn.
Yeah, about.
All right, spend
so
your.
This one's gonna be again athletics check, but with. Correct.
Sorry, what again?
So it's gonna be an athletic checks with advantage, correct?
You can take. Yeah, you don't have advantage, but you can do it again.
I think he...
Actually, yeah, because he's prone. Yes, you're right. Do it at advantage.
Cool.
Oh, boom.
Hell yeah!
How do you want to do this?
19. I just run up and I say, "Fuck you, Spider Cat!"
You boot it right in its eye as it's like yelling up, trying to snap at you and get purchase on the wall. And it falls and disappears into the lava.
Hell yeah.
You hear it scream and it surfaces. Not 10 seconds later, you can see it burn, char, and it's dead.
Woo.
All right. Boom. Okay, so that is you, Macho. Now it is Displacer. I know I'm playing the Displacer wrong, but I threw a really hard encounter at you guys because I am kind of fluffing this a little. Because yeah,
Going easy on us.
no, I just have forgotten about the displacement thing, and I've kind of fucked it up because this thing has multi-attack as well. So I mean, unless you want it to be like super dead, Marxus, I mean, we can do that. All right, well, then I will ignore its multi-attack. But, well, I will keep rolling it as I had rolled it. This one turns to you, you having killed its mate. And strikes at you, Mantis. Its tentacles pitter-patter off of your armor. And it doesn't hit to deal any damage. And with that, it ends up, not that way, bad. It ends up trying to move back and away.
Nope.
Well, that nope depends on what you do. You have a reaction you can spend.
React. I'm going to use my attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that hits.
Do I succeed?
Yes, you hit.
9.
All right. You cut it as it gets away, but seems like it hurt it, but it's definitely not downed it.
I'm assuming I cut it as it gets away.
Yeah. Hey, Marxus. Make me a death save.
Make a.
Where is that again on the sheet? Oh, it's, yeah. Flash, roll d20.
Yeah. That is... Mark that as one success.
Sweet.
Okay. Grog, you're up. Mogami, you're on deck.
How was work? Glad you had. Now that you're here, you can forget about work.
Olba is not here right now. Please leave a message.
His mics might be.
Alright. Wait, so it's facing away from me?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm guessing this is dirty. I want to attack its back. Yeah, I want to move here and then attack it.
Okay.
So, is it flanking? Something?
No. DeWitt is just here as, like, and fly on the
I know
wall.
she's not there, but since I'm attacking it from behind.
You get advantage, I would give you that. But you're not flanking it.
Attacking. At advantage. 23.
All right.
Not a crit.
Nope, but you do hit. All right.
And then again. With normal or advantage?
Normal. Does your Storm Aura do...
19.
Okay, that hits.
Can I go again? Another 5. So total of 10 damage. Good man.
All right. It's cut fairly well.
Oh, I
But-
saw your thing light up.
It's cut pretty well.
All I heard was got cut pretty well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yay! And then
Give me my character, you fucking game.
Because you're in limbo.
It won't let me select my character.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're not really in a place that I could insert you into the story anyways.
Stick him in the
We
lava.
kind of were wandering around and not doing much.
Oh, did I get lost or something?
You
No,
kind
you
of
just-
walked off and like vanished, and like we caught up for you, but you never returned.
Okay.
And now we're in an area that pretty much, I guess we started the brawler thing, and pretty much they require a team of 4, and Norn, Duet, and are outside. Duet's currently watching because he's in the tent with the, I'm guessing like it's some kind of scrying orb to see what's going on. Norn, since he's not here, he's in the little tavern they had set up. And you vanished, so we have no idea what happened to you.
Should I just hop out, or am I going to be like, I don't know how much time is left for tonight, so should I even plan on coming in or what?
We're probably going to finish this combat and end it. We're already 20 minutes over my
Alright, I
time.
figured, so I'm not even going to bother.
All right, sorry.
That's fine.
Work happens.
Yeah.
You know, you can show up and see a shiny little weapon that's like, ooh, Mogami might like this, and try to.
If you do, yeah, if you do want to watch, I do have an entrance for you.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
You know, this is a sword that's, you know, like.
Mogami, you're up. Let's wrap it.
All right. I cast Healing Word on Marxus.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. Could be worse.
Marxus, you're alive.
Yes.
Mogami, what else are you doing? You also still have you have an action and you have your move.
Yeah. I cannot use another spell though, so it's here.
You
I have
could-
good vision. I got a good range from here, so.
Out of character, you just bought a fucking wand.
And I gave it to.
No, we didn't ever decide what you did with it, though. We only talked about the moving and the heroism. Kind of skipped over the handing
Okay.
over the wand part.
I could have sworn that was.
Well, yeah, you mentioned it, but we never talked about it.
Yeah, you guys kind of ran and jumped into the dungeon.
So
No,
I'm
like
assuming
like
you
when,
still have it.
like no, when I went up, did heroism. The thing was, and I asked about if it was too many actions. I said, like I walk up to, I asked if I can do heroism, hand him the wand of curing, and grab Marcus and pull him back.
Yeah, and you couldn't. You could walk up, heroism, and pull Marxus back. You have the wand.
All right. Well, let's give you some more healing. I poke him with the wand in the eye.
All right.
Don't need an activate.
That first level healing should still be that same.
Instead, could you lick the end of the wand and stick it in his ear?
Cure wounds though, right? So it's not like healing word. Healing word's a D4.
Yeah, it's cure light wounds, so it is that. I think that's a D8, but let me double check.
It's here. Cure wounds. 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think modifier counts for this area, does it?
No, just roll a d8.
All right.
And mark yourself off as having 13 charges left. Marxus, you feel pretty together again.
Cough,
Okay.
pick myself up and look back at Mogami, and I kind of just grunt that again. It's the halfling bringing me.
The halfling saved your ass again.
You must have a pretty good relationship with your deity, having met them so many times.
I don't worship
Okay,
a
Marcus,
deity.
come on. Like, this is
I don't
your
vote.
best. You're going to think-
The
Mogami, are you doing anything else on your turn?
I ended it.
Okay, Macho, you're up.
Oh, dope. All right. Here, so I'm going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Good enough.
Now you have flanking.
Yes.
Yeah, do your thing.
All right, so-
Something.
But watch out, because you are skirting the edge of that pool.
yeah.
No, you could have stood.
That would
Critical
that
hit.
okay. I guess if you wanted to roll again, we could just still go with this. So, roll that crit damage.
Right.
All right. And boom, you cut deep into it, swinging from left to right. It holds
One of the tentacles.
its ground, but is shooken. You see that it's bleeding fairly heavily, and that its breathing is now irregular. It turns its full attention to you,
Yes, sniper.
Come at me.
and it does its thing. Bada boom. Having itself dazed from that.
Is it confused?
Oh yeah, it's not status confused, but like it's definitely shaken about a bit. But that is all it's doing. Marxus, you're up. Grog, you're on deck.
Yeah, with my bow still out, since I probably died with it in my.
You did.
Yeah.
I'll step back up to the door
It
here.
was still in your hands when I dragged you.
I'll step back up to the door here, grab an arrow, and be like, "Oh, you
son of a bitch."
Okay, don't forget to mark it. I think you've used 3-4 shots since you've been in here.
4."
Yeah.
Okay, that'll probably drop you to about 15 arrows then.
Didn't somebody give me a bunch of arrows? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I think someone did.
I gave you a bow to use, but you gave it back.
Still.
Dude, you have ball bearings. Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage. Hits it, doesn't drop it.
Wait. Someone's gone.
Huh? Who?
Oh, Mrs. Vital's gone.
Oh. All right. So move, attack. Anything else?
There you is.
No, that'll be the end of my turn. Or actually,
All right.
wait. I'm gonna give
That's
uh,
my
Master of Tactics to Grog again.
Okay. Do what you do. Arrow?
Joe?
Whoa, I don't know what just happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can hear you now.
Okay, let me reload the application. Okay, this seems like a hard crash. I'm not sure what's actually happening here. I'm not seeing anything else really here. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I need to shut the program and start it again.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
All right, so pop and pop and... Was it reacting well enough for you guys on your end?
Yeah.
Haven't noticed anything.
Oh
really.
yeah. No problem, sir.
Okay, so I was noticing like 3 to 10, like 2 to 3 seconds of like lag between my click and my actual input take. So I'm not sure what was causing that, but it wasn't bad enough for me to actually worry about anything. Okay, let's see if it's saved where we were at.
I
So
just reloaded and it looked like it did. I just the game's paused.
well, I had to actually fully reload it, but nice. It actually recovered really well. That's beautiful. Okay, Marxus, what was the last thing you were doing there?
Giving me
Master of Tactics to Grog.
Okay, so what were you saying to Grog?
I would just look at him and be like, "This is it, Grog. Finish him off."
All right, Grog, you're up. Nogami, you're on deck.
Yeah, I want to come over here and then try to punt it into the lava.
Okay, it does not notice you as you sneak up around it. It's still fully engaged with Mantis. Punt away.
I think
So-
we call that dancing the mantis.
Remember to do advance. Wow,
Oh.
Grog.
Oh gosh.
God.
Your best roll was a 2.
Don't ask questions.
You failed me, Grog.
Now I can do it again and then get advantage again because of my rage status.
Come on.
So if
Come on,
you're
Grog.
going to wait. You get a bonus attack or second attack with that, right?
I get a bonus action. So I'm not sure if that counts as a bonus action. If not, I will just attack it.
That would be an attack. Let me double check and boop. Boop. Yeah, you have a bonus action, but shove, what you're trying to do, that is an attack action.
Okay, we'll just do bonus action. And then
There you
Right.
go. Critical.
Yeah, that does it. How do you want to do this?
well, wait, is it dead?
He said, "How do you don't do this?" So,
Uh-huh.
what's your finishing blow?
I kind of want to, take this, Mary. Take this, you damn waste. And then chop its limbs off, because fuck those tentacles.
All right. So, boop. It dead. And it collapses down as you kill it.
Fuck you damn beast. I keep kicking it, because I'm mad at it.
Kicking it closer to the edge and the edge. Are you kicking it in?
Does it have anything useful I can take off it? Like, can I skin it and wear its belt?
You probably could, but are you still raging?
Unless I took it off, probably.
You
Roll me perception with disadvantage. Macho, roll me perception with advantage.
Oh, that's not the one I want. 4. I got
Oh.
a nat 1.
Oh, both times.
14.
Okay, So here's the situation. Mantis, you see... Oh, sorry. Hold on.
That's a bad kitty. Bad.
All right, so you see this thing is dead on the ground, its corpse, and it's inching further as Grog keeps like boot to heel kicking it towards the edge.
Every time.
Mhm.
Square, kick.
Red eyes, lightning dancing across him. You see a silver chain around the thing's neck. It starts to get closer to the edge and starts to slip over.
Ooh, can I real quick grab that chain?
Yeah, sure. Make me an athletics check.
This is just like that
Oh.
tree.
There we go.
As he kicks it, you dive in with your hand underneath and you grab the chain, the full weight of the beast up at the other end, its corpse pulling against it. You grab that. Make me a strength check real quick.
Ability test or saving throw?
Ability test.
Ooh.
You grab the silver key and hold on to it firmly. The creature goes down, full weight of it. You now have both hands on this chain as it breaks and the beast falls into the liquid and burns and chars and sinks below the surface. You have a silver key.
Ooh. Okay, good deal. That was close.
That's right, you damn dirty fucking cat rat bastard. Gumbo.
Who would have thought I would be the articulate one here?
All right.
No,
Okay, with that, we're well over session, and we're going to go ahead and end with that Terminator moment, and we will pick up with this next time we play. And as you guys look up and start to head forward again, you hear in the distance more booms. And that is where we'll end.
I was on a cat's message.
Dun, dun, dun. That's okay. You can cast me next time.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for playing. I'm glad we were able to get this to work. I'm sorry we weren't able to have everyone here, but I hope you guys had fun. I did.
Oh,
What a blast.
And hopefully next time we'll be able to get Snore, and I have some stuff that might be happening on the other side of the scene. I had planned for that, but I didn't touch it because we were missing some people. So, yeah. Anything? Any questions? Any feedback? Is there anything that you really liked or really hated about the session tonight?
I liked how within a second I was dead because that thing was just bitch slapped.
yeah. I got to Sparta kick it into the lava.
I like that. I killed. Wow, I attacked Mimic. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, there's a chest. I'm gonna cut it in half.
You're like, that's a mimic.
I've seen those on ships before.
Yeah, it just reminds me of my one of my favorite books. Everybody loves Large Chest. It's the premise of the entire book is that your main character is a mimic, and then through sheer dumb luck, it gains the warlock job through a skill called cadaver absorption, and so it is a warlock mimic
Warlock
who goes
chest.
around.
Wait, does this actually exist?
Yeah, this is a real book.
Oh my god, I'm going to go look it up right now.
Morningwood,
Oh, jeez.
Fizzle, Sprocket, and Vortina. And
What,
so it's about the adventures of the.
Is it
Pretty much
more
does whatever you
morning?
want, but get
Is it
away with
Morningwood? Everybody loves large chests.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, that's the name.
Perfect title.
At
Oh,
the
God.
end of the book, at end of the first book, he gets his name. It's Boxy T Morning.
Wow, I'm going to regret listening to that.
I can send it to you if you want.
Mm.
It's the T stands for trap.
Mm. All right. Well, cool.
One of my favorite books.
If you guys want, I'll leave the session up for just a little bit longer.
Actually, I have,
Oh,
I
well,
have a
here, can you
question now.
divvy up the, yeah. Well, I had a question too, but I'll let you go first, boss.
All right. Since it was meant for a team of 4 to go in there, does that mean that pretty much because you had a group of 8, that we could have technically had like 2 teams going in?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We use Mantis's coin for group 1, and then we use Grog's coin for group 2.
Yeah, but we put you both on one team, so.
Well, put one on each team.
That's a
Yeah,
little.
we're already registered at this point.
Oh yeah, but we didn't have the full group anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So.
We're missing Snorri.
It's okay. So our schedule's opened up next Friday, so
And I think that we have a lot of other people that are going to end up being gone. So I'm not sure if that would be some.
Leaving, right, Mantis?
Either way,
Wait,
I
we're
would.
leaving on Saturday.
Nah, Friday after work.
I mean, I would.
That's right, the 22nd.
I would be open for us to do either something online or in person, depending on availability. I don't know what's happening yet, but we definitely could be able to do something fun.
Yeah.
All right, so for the 4 of you that were in, the 4 of you that were inside of the dungeon. Mark yourself as going up by 460 experience points.
That's.
Oh, you said 450?
460.
How much was that not split up for the 3 monsters?
Not split up?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the total. Just out of curiosity.
1850.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. One more fight like that, and I'm level 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just
All right. Mantis. Mantis, you had a question?
Oh, actually, that was the question. Just the XP divvy up.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that this is maybe gonna be what's the word? A marathon down here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I should probably be more sparing on my spells.
Yeah, you have no idea what's ahead of you.
Yet, because I'm assuming we're gonna fight more shit.
I mean, blah ha ha.
Maniacal laugh.
Yeah. So that should be very interesting for most of you.
Indeed.
Oh, you guys are so close. Yeah, this will probably.
So
you're cutting out again.
Clumsy?
Yeah, I think it's because I'm doing a few things here. Let me turn off some stuff.